Hello, and welcome to another Math with Miss V. Today we're starting our introduction into statistics, mean, median, and mode, the 3 M's. So in this video, we will learn how to find the mean, median, and mode of a data set. We're looking at standard, this is actually 6 MA E43, so 6th grade standard, and we're focusing on giving qualitative measures of center, median, and/or mean, and we're adding mode into that as well. So our vocabulary, the first is statistics, and this is a branch of math that deals with gathering and analyzing information. A data set is a collection of information presented as numbers. An example of a data set would be if we asked people we knew how many siblings they had and we recorded the answers. So asking for a number of siblings is information presented as numbers and we've recorded it. Vocabulary, the 3 we're looking at today, mean, which you can also call the average. It finds a center value by adding all of your numbers and dividing by the number of items in your data set. So if we had 1, 5, 9, 14, and 16, we would add those together and get 45. 45 divided by the 5 numbers we have gives us a mean of 9. Next is mode, and that's the number we have the most of. There can be one mode, more than one mode, or no mode. If we look at our data in the mean, 1, 5, 9, 14, and 16, this has no mode. There is no number that there is the most of. And finally, our median, which is the number in the middle. This is also a measure of center. And when given a data set, and it's ordered from least to greatest, this is the number in the middle. So the important thing to note is that our numbers have to be in order from least to greatest to find the number in the middle. If you have an odd number of items, there'll be one middle number. For example, if we have a small data set of just 1, 4, and 8, 4 is the number in the middle and 4 is our median. If there is an even number of items in the data set, we have to average the 2 numbers in the middle. So for example, if we have 2, 6, 9, and 13, we have 6 and 9 share the middle. So to find the exact middle of our data set, we would add 6 and 9 and get 15. We would divide that by 2 because there's only 2 numbers, and we would get that 7.5, I apologize, is our median number. Okay, so let's look at this example. We have a data set, and you might notice this is our data set from our vocabulary definition when we asked how many siblings a person has. The first thing we have to do with this data set is put the numbers in order from smallest to largest. So we would start with our zeros and then move on and collect all of the 1s, the 2s, then the 3s, 4s, 5s, and the 8. Once our numbers are in order, we can find the mean, median, and mode. I like to start off with the mode because it's easy to see what number I have the most of. So when I look at my data set, I can see I have more than 1 0, more than 1 number 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s. These all have more than 1 item. But mode doesn't ask for more than 1, it asks what do we have the most of. I have 4 number 1s and 3 number 2s and 3 number 3s. But 4 is still more than 3, so my mode is the number 1. And just the number 1, not anything else. So let's move on to the median. The first thing I have to do with my median is add all of my numbers together. So in my calculator, I'm going to do 0 plus 1 4 times, plus 3 2s, plus 2 3s, plus 3 4s, plus a 5 and an 8. And I get a total of 41. Okay, then I count to see how many numbers I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'm going to say 41 divided by 16 gives me 2.5625. Now, since this is dealing with people, I'm going to round that to my nearest whole number and say 3. So the mean number of siblings is 3 siblings. The most number of siblings people tend to have is 1. Or the number of siblings most people tend to have is 1. Now my median, my number in the middle. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. Some people like to mark off their numbers. So they will mark off the 0 and then the largest number, 8. And then they'll mark off the 0 and then the next largest number, and so on and so forth. I don't like to do that because sometimes we still need to see our numbers. So again, I like to use dots, and I will put dots on a small number and then the large number and keep going until I get in the middle. Now, 4, 5, and 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. So my median are the 2 numbers in the middle. Well, they're both 2s, so my median is just 2. If these had been different numbers, I would add them and divide by 2 to get my median. But because it's the same number, I know my median, the number in the middle of my data set, is 2. Okay, let's look at another example. So this time, the data set is a group of grades. And again, we want to find the mean, median, and mode. So again, the first thing we have to do is put our numbers in order from smallest to largest. So we would see Sue look through and see that maybe this person struggled one day, got that 45, and then 70, 78, 81, 83, 85, 90, 91, and 94. So we need to find our mean. We're going to add up all of our numbers. So 45 plus 70 plus 78 plus 81 plus 83, 85, 90, 91, and 94 gives me 771. Oh, 717, I apologize. I misread. We need to count how many numbers I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 grades so far. So 717 divided by 9 gives me an average of 79.6 repeating, which we can be nice and round up to 80%. Okay, the mode, what number do I have the most of? So looking through this data set, I see 145, 170, 178, 181, 183, 185, 190, 191, 191, and 194. So I only have 1 of each number. So there is no number that I have the most of. So we say this is no mode. When you have the same amount of every number, you have no mode. And finally, the median. I'm putting there in order from smallest to largest. I'm going to use my dot method again to find the number or numbers in the middle. Okay, and I can see I have 1 number in the middle. That's my 83. So my median is 83. Thanks for joining this Math with Miss V. I look forward to seeing you in the future.